Hare Krishna. Nice to be with all of you. After many, many lifetimes, nice to see you again. Ajo nityam shashvatayam purana hanyate hanyamani sharire. So since we are traveling all over the universe, very difficult to meet again. But best meeting is a meeting with devotees, because we are one family. And how did we manage to meet again, we'll discuss today. And before we even discuss, let's prepare our hands to receive the knowledge. Because we should not see in spiritual light through the eyes, but we should see through the ears. So this is Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Korya Uday. So usually I was traveling all over the places, all over the world for the last 40 years. And the only place I didn't visit, it's New Govardhana. Yes. Yes, it's so nice to be here. It's such a wonderful city. The only environment, after all this passionate traveling and so many vibrations, the moment I entered here, I just touched the environment here. I immediately went in samadhi. So just by touching the land of this New Govardhana, I became in samadhi. So I got a little bit late. Because last night we slept only 2 hours. And we had such an ecstatic kirtans and dancing and whatnot. So I'm very, very happy to be with devotees. Because being with devotees means to remember Krishna. Dasanu dasu bhavitasmik bhuyaha manas smareta shupatir gunam ste grinita va karma karotu kaya. So remembering devotees and remembering Krishna, it means no birth and death. So let's do that together. And according WHO organization, anyone, they make research, you know that? Then anyone who claps minimum 100 times every day, they have heart-related problems and blood pressure 60% less. And according scriptures, such scripture is Shariraka Shastra. Anyone who glorifying God and clapping the hands, glorifying God, they are all negative lines in their hands, you know. So premature death and some disease and some accidents and whatnot, they will be purified and they will avoid these unnecessary problems in lives by glorifying God. Yasya sankirtananamnam sarva papa pranashanam pranama dukkha samana stam pranami harim param. So yasya sankirtananamnam, by chanting whose names and glorifying Him and even offering obeisances to Him, all difficulties will be removed from our path. So there's great scientific proof, because spiritual life is not just simply ritual. You know ritual? 4, 2, 3, 7, 4, 2, 3, 7, 4, 2. It becomes, after sometimes it becomes just mechanical ritual. 4, 2, 3. And what makes ritual into spiritual is Srila Prabhupada in ISKCON plus ritual becomes SPI, spiritual. SPI plus ritual becomes spiritual. So Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON plus ritual becomes spiritual. So that's why it's very, very scientific. Bhagavat-tattva-vijnanam, very scientific process. And we will discuss practical how this process as alchemistry, you know, by doing this chemical reaction, very practical things predicted already, predicted. Ato shraddha tata satu sangha bhajana kriya anartha nivritisya. So 8 steps processes, simply we have to follow this process and you'll be surprised what's going to happen. Hare Krishna. So please clap while we chant this bhajan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vala Bhagiri Varadhari Jaya Radha Madhava. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vala Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Valabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Hey, Nityananda Pranadhana, Nityananda Pranadhana, Nityananda Pranadhana, Gaura Hari. Sachimata Nandana, Sachimata Nandana, Sachimata Nandana, Gaura Hari. Navadvipa Chandra, Navadvipa Chandra, Navadvipa Chandra, Gaura Hari. Patita Pavana, Patita Pavana, Kaliyuga Avatara, Gaura Hari. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. कलयुग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन आज्ञा की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad-gita, text 26, 27, 26 and 27, text 27, chapter 2. Jitasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmata pariharayet irthe tasmata pariharyerthe natvam sochitumarhasi jitasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmata pariharyerthe natvam sochitumarhasi. Sochitumarhasi. Natvam sochitumarhasi. Mataji, please. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmat pariharyerthe natvam sochitumarhasi. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam mritasya cha pariharyerthe natvam sochitumarhasi. Jitasya, of one who has taken his birth, he certainly, dhruva, a fact, mrityuhu, death, dhruvam, it is also a fact, janma, birth, mritasya, of the dead, cha, also, tasmat, therefore, anariharye, apariharye, of that which is unavoidable, Arthe, in the matter. Na, do not. Tvam, you. Sochitum, to lament. Arhasi, deserve. Purport and commentary of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who has taken birth is sure to die, and after death, one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. Purport. One has to take birth according to one's activities of life. And after finishing one term of activities, one has to die to take birth for the next. In this way, one is going through the one cycle of birth and death after another without liberation. This cycle of birth and death does not, however, support unnecessary murder, slaughter, and war. But at the same time, violence and war are inevitable factors in human society for keeping law and order. The battle of Kurukshetra, being the will of the Supreme, was an inevitable event, and to fight for the right cause is the duty of a Kshatriya. Why should he be afraid of the aggrieved at the death of his relatives, since he was discharging his proper duty? He did not deserve to break the law, thereby becoming subjected to the reactions of sinful act, of which he was so afraid. By avoiding the discharge of his proper duty, he would not be able to stop the death of his relatives, and he would be degraded due to his selection of the wrong path of action. Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it's very, very important instruction to Arjuna. We see the situation that Arjuna completely bewildered, and he giving many reasons not to fight. And very logical reasons actually. From social point of view, he gives very, very nice reasons not to fight. But Krishna, he told him, no, you have to fight. Mamanusmara yuddhacha, you have to fight. All of us, like an Arjuna, like a warrior, everybody of us, we're fighting our own battle. As a doctor, as an engineer, as a sannyasi, as a taxi driver, whatever we may be, in this material world, everybody have to work. Everyone. Nahi shuktasya singhasya praveshanti mukhemriga. It is explained that without work, even lion can never get his food. Deer will never enter the mouth of the lion automatically. Even lion, whatever prime minister of whatever great country he may be, he has to wake up morning time and do something. Otherwise, bread and butter will never enter his mouth. It is explained also that this material world name called karmakrit, everybody have to work in this world. The only question remains how to act and what is our duty. We always explain that before we even start to do something, we have to understand our goal. I always asking people, why are you doing what you're doing? How much it's relevant for you? What is there for me? And I'm asking the question, what is those A, B, C, D? Aim, behavior, character, and discipline. What is the aim of life? Vivasayatmika buddhi ekeha kuru nandana. Once Srimad Indra Prabhu told me, he said, if your eyes cannot see the goal, how you can expect your legs to reach there? No wind will be favorable for you until you know where is your ship sailing. No wind will be favorable if I don't know myself where is my way, where I am heading to. Like even to come here, first we have to put some GPS, to put some address. Somebody calling me and said, excuse me, I would like to meet you. Can I come to you? First question we are asking him, where are you now? I can guide you, but where are you now? Oh, I am in Durban, Africa. Oh, okay, then you have to, it's one way. And if somebody calling, oh, excuse me, I would like to come to your place. I would like to meet you. So natural question, where are you now? Oh, I am in Sydney, or I am in Moscow, or I am somewhere else. So for different people, path will be different. That's why we can see state of consciousness of different people is different. Even in Krishna consciousness, when we're coming on the spiritual path, we should not think that everybody is saying just because they put a piece of mark or change the dress. No. We're completely different. And beautiful indeed. Together we can grow high with the spiritual speed. Like the divine orchestra, we can produce the song which will make all worlds united, harmonious and strong. In our song, we will use the words smile, unity and joy, cooperation, love and harmony, the darkness to destroy, rejuvenating family, together we create, to bring the solace to the world before it's too much late. Create the symphony divine with a love as a holy queen. Share your happiness with mine. So be it, and Amen. So actually, we are all so different and beautiful indeed, but we are all different. Like in orchestra, everybody may play different instruments. Somebody playing flute, somebody playing drum, somebody playing violin, Stradivari, somebody playing maybe some simple instrument, ding, ding, I just recently came from UK, and some devotees invited me to some performance, Sheng Shung, some Chinese dancers came, this big group, and they were dancing there, and it was live music. They have 50 people, orchestra also, and live dancers also in orchestra. It was like such a cooperation indeed. And I went to see there, because before I also was professionally dancing, and I was thinking, really, I want to see how people cooperating together, really. Because about peace, Getvamam Shantim Richati, everybody wants to be in peaceful environment. Nobody wants to live in train station, right? So everybody wants to have sweet home, peaceful home, Shanti, Atyantika Sukha Pravritti, Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti. Nobody wants, and everybody wants to play in harmony. So when you're playing in chord, different sound, almost sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. So do re mi fa sol la si do. So different notes, but when they play together in chord and become it becomes very nice chord, isn't it? Though we are so different, but when we're playing in harmony and tuned, then it becomes very nice. And no need to become same. That's why Krishna says, Chaturvarnyamaya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. We're all born completely different with our own set of qualities. And we no need to compete for all of us to become like same and to get the same service and to become the same. Not possible. Heart, liver, kidney, right? Stomach, they're completely different function. But because they're cooperating together, that's called health. That's called dharma. Everybody have to perform their own prescribed duties. And the goal should be the same. Tasyaiva hetuh prayatit tako vido. Intelligent man, he targeting such a goal which not available from Brahma Loka to Patala Loka. As for happiness and distress concerned, sukhavat anyatha dukham kalena sarvatra gambhira rambasa. Happiness and distress will come to us according our karma. That's why Arjuna, don't be worried too much about yourself. I always say, don't think about yourself less. Less think about yourself. Selfless. I'm so fallen, I'm so bad, I cannot. Don't think about yourself less. Less think about yourself. That's why spiritual life is about not thinking what is for me there, why, what happened. And you can see modern religion, many especially people coming. I've seen many Hindus, they're coming to temple and they're doing puja. Dhan sampatti ghar mein aave, jai jagadisha hari. Dhan sampatti putram dihi, rupam dihi, gyanam dihi. Australian visa dihi, job dihi, this dihi, jai jagadisha hari. This is business. But real religion is savai pumsam paro dharmo yadho bhakti radhokshaje ahaituki apratihataye yatmasu prasidati. And we're not talking about Hindu religion, we are not talking about Muslim religion or Australian religion, we are not talking about Australian oxygen or Russian oxygen. My mother Ukrainian, my father Russian, and I'm Indian. So what we are not talking, we're talking about universal principles. That's what Krishna talking here. Oh, Krishna saying, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. He says, those who die, they'll definitely take birth again. And those who took birth again, they have to die. As sure as death. Everybody have to die. And some people saying, oh, you're also going to die. Fact. All of us will die. Everybody will go to crematorium together. But from crematorium, according to your purchase tickets, like we're going to airport together, but there depends on your national, international, or local ticket, depends on your ticket. So question comes, which ticket are you booking now? How old are you? Israel. 24. Where have you been 26 years ago? Tiding. People have no idea. And what will happen to us when we will die? Any idea? People don't want even to talk about it. Oh, no. Mrityur dhruvasya cha. No, don't. You're too pessimistic, Guruji, speaking about death. No, we are very, very optimistic, actually. People have very famous guru going around and teaching everyone about art of living. But we are also teaching art of dying. That's the harmony. You cannot have only front side of the coin. You have to have back side of the coin. This is purnasya purnamadaya. Knowledge incomplete. Because, we have to understand what's happened to us after death and where we have been before we came here. So if you don't know that knowledge, natavidu swarthagatim. We don't know our goal. Andhayan thandarupaniya tipisa tantram urdamni bandaha. One blind leading another blind. So everybody will fall down in the ditch. I may come with super duper pooper business class ticket, Virgin Australian Airlines, very nice, beautiful seat, very nice flight, nice seat. But one small problem, pilot is blind, rest is first class. He doesn't know how to see this, all this, indicate all the parameters, all this indicating plate, He doesn't know how to operate the flight, he cannot see. Very dangerous. Better I'll go by bus or something, by taxi. No. Sometimes it was one flight. And all of a sudden, turbulence started to take place. Everybody became disturbed. So this pilot comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two news for you. Two news. One good, one bad. What do you like to hear first? Well, what's the bad first? Okay. Best for the last, okay. What's the bad news? Guys, our engine crashed. We are dying in 7 minutes. Then what's the good then? And very good news is we have complimentary Pepsi Cola and laughing movie Charlie Chaplin. Enjoy free complimentary Pepsi Cola. That's what happens to us in our life. Temporary things. Anyonya vaira sukhalesha hetuhu ananta dukkham chanaveda muddhaha. For the sake of insignificant sukhalesha, for the insignificant of a little bit, lesha means a little bit happiness. Ananta dukkham, unlimited sufferings we are going through. And people, chanaveda muddhaha, they don't even understand this. How are you? Fine, boom, and die. And finish. Drink some cup of coffee and die. Finish. That's happiness. And Srila Prabhupada explained, when somebody beats you for 23 hours, very heavily beating you, and then he leaves you for 1 hour. Ah, very nice. When suffering becomes little less, we're taking this as a happiness. You see? And we're trying to take shelter of wrong things. Interesting. You know dopamine, endorphin, serotonin and oxytocin. Have you heard this? People, and dopamine comes when we're getting things. As we say, before people used to use things and love people. Now they love things and use the people. So things, and if you want to that dopamine, that kind of artificial happiness, you have to acquire as much as possible, you know. It's called consumerism. You go to Costco, people buying like bulk, you know. By the way, man is fool. When it's hot, he wants cool. When it's cool, he wants hot. He always wants what is not. Always running. And carrot, you know that example. Carrot attached always. And we are, what if only, one more step, if only I'll get this iPod. I was in Dubai some time ago, and it was advertisement. And in TV, it was like young girl, boy, wife, and husband. And girl saying, I have my iPhone. And the boy said, and I have my iPod. And the wife saying, and I have my iPad. And the husband said, and I paid. And I paid, you know, and always, forever, iPhone 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You can never catch up with all this development. And we all the time dissatisfied. Ashantasya kutah sukham. How you can be happy? That's why Krishna says, Santushti param sukhi. You have to learn how to be happy. And you have to learn how to take shelter of proper things. Our life is like flight. And sure that we can take proper direction. It is scientifically, they make experiment, when flight will start from New York and go to the Moscow, so the navigation system should be so precise that in order to come to Moscow, if you miss 1 degree, just 1 degree, pilot will just miss 1 degree, you will end up in Tehran. Completely different country, different place. Just 1 degree. So similarly, if you don't know very clear goal where you are going, we will end up somewhere else. It was flight, and in that flight were 4 people. One is pilot, another one prime minister of country, yet another one, he was PhD professor from Brisbane University and student from New Govardhana. And then all of a sudden, some confirmed, thank you. So, and then turbulence took place. And so, and they had only 3 parachutes, only 3. So pilot came out and, gentlemen, I'm very sorry to inform you, we are crashing. Our engine crashed. There's no way to recover. And he grabbed I am head pilot, I have full right for 1 parachute. He grabs parachute and jumps. Then Prime Minister said, guys, you know, I'm Prime Minister of country. According to Constitution of our country, I have full right for 1 parachute. He grabs and jumps. So professor and student remains. So professor, old man, says, my dear boy, you are a young man. Take 1 parachute. Let me die. I'm old man anyway. Selflessness. Take. And student says, no, sir. Actually, it's your parachute. I have my parachute. It's for you only. You take quickly. How come? We had only 3. And boy says, yeah, that's true. But Prime Minister was so much in a hurry, by mistake he grabbed my school bag. So, too much busy without business. And we, in this haste of life, haste is waste, we're taking shelter of wrong things. And we're missing who is our real friend. Who is our real friend? Yes, Sukhridam Sarva Bhutanam. Recently I gave one seminar where we took 100 brahmacharis and we went to Himalayas for 2 weeks, and we were just out of sight, out of mind. For 2 weeks we were just kirtan and dancing and just discussions without looking at the watch even. Kirtans for hours and hours. It's such a blissful time. Susukham kartum avyayam. And it is said that we're taking shelter of wrong things. Asatyere satya kurimani. He said, what is not truth, we are thinking this is truth. And what is real truth, we're thinking this is not truth. That's called maya, illusion. That's why it is said, it's never late to take U-turn, however long you're traveling in the wrong direction. It's never late. In Hindi they say, Jab jage tab sabera. Whenever you woke up, that's morning for you. Never mind. Better late than never, but better never late. Once it was a king, and he had 4 wives. And for first wife, he was giving practically everything. Literally. He was spending all his money, he was spending all time with her, and all his opulence he spent for this first wife. Second wife, she was very pretty, so he used to take her for the parties. Like big parties and traveling. And he was but he was very scared that somebody will steal my wife, because she was like Miss Universe. And he was keeping her with him. And he didn't want anyone to steal her from him. So whenever he used to go, he used to take her with him. Third wife, she was also nice, beautiful, but she was housewife. He was sharing with her some, isab kitab, like all the budget and all secrets and family affairs. What's a housewife? But fourth wife, she was like servant. She was cleaning the pots, and she was just, cleaning the cloth and brooming house. He hardly gave any time to her at all. Some kind of servant nonsense. He didn't respect her at all. Time came that king became very old. And time came for him to die. And he said, my dear wife, number one, can you come with me to heaven? Because it's like too boring to go along there. Because real friends, not those who are looking at each other, but those who are looking in the same direction. They are real friends. So you're my wife, let's go in one direction with you. And his wife said, ha! Why? Ha! And he left him immediately and went to another one. He became so upset. Oh no. Then he said to second wife, whom he was traveling with all this time, my dear, maybe you can come with me, because, real friends with whom even keeping silent is not boring. Real friends with whom even sitting silent together is not boring. It's very nice. Not logically, practically. Nice to have the head among the clouds, but keep your feet on the ground. Have you heard the story about Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson? Sherlock Holmes and Watson? Detective? So one day they went for picnic to New Govardhana farm. We'll make it a little bit practical according to time and place. So they came one day and they had picnic. They had campfire, they put tent and guitar and whatnot, yoga retreat, everything. Anulom Bilom Bastrika, everything, pranayama, Surya Namaskar, everything done. So at night they had their nice prasadam. Ramji ka chire, Ramji ka khit, kub khau chire, barbar ki pit. So they get happy, they took prasadam and they went to sleep. At night they wake up and Sherlock Holmes asking, Watson, what the stars, beautiful stars in New Govardhan farm, what they tell to you? And Watson said, astrologically, we are in Leo. Meteorologically, tomorrow will be very nice weather. Theologically, there is God in creation. And Sherlock Holmes said, logically, our tent is stolen. Tent is stolen because that's why we can see the stars. So it's nice to be theologically, Bhakti Shastri logically, Bhakti Vaibhava logically. It's very nice to snore in Sanskrit and slok. But sometimes people, they don't care how much you know. People, they don't care how much you know. People want to know how much you care. This is a punchline line of today's class. People, they don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. Super, duper, pooper, BBC, ABC, GBC, big projects. But when we lose the sense of reality, you can never expect people to lend their helping hand unless you're able to touch their heart. So this king, he was investing so much money, so much, traveling with his beautiful wife. And second wife, she said, please come with me. We have to have relationships. Because at the end of the day, we have each other. I was telling to one devotee, it was the time I was traveling somewhere, now I am traveling to somebody. I already have, not important to know, have something. More important to know and have somebody in your life. People collecting money, I am collecting friends. I already have 10,490 friends. 91. 10,491, Israel. Nice to meet you today. That's actually the secret of life. In our country, we have this in Russian language. Не имей 100 рублей, имей 100 друзей. Means don't have 100 friends, don't have 100 rubles or dollars, have 100 friends, much more better. But real one. So that's why, who is real friend? Friend indeed, friend indeed. Friend in need, friend indeed. So this king, he was investing so much in this wife, second number, and he said, maybe you can go with me, please. And she said, ha! And she also left him and remarried right in front of him. She remarried with another guy. King was heartbroken. Then he said, at least you, in Hindi they say, Baap ka beta sipai ka ghoda, kuch nahi to thoda thoda. At least you, my dear third wife, maybe you can go with me. And she said, my dear husband, yes, that's true, I'm your wife. But if so, I can take you only to crematorium, okay? From there I don't have time. There is one saying, who wants, he will find the opportunity. Who doesn't want, he will find the reason. Who wants, he will find the opportunity. Who doesn't want, he will find the reason. It's very easy to wake up somebody when he's innocently sleeping, and some tiger comes. Have you ever seen tiger? Do we have tigers here? Come to Nepal, we have. Yes. Once I saw tiger like you, very close, 2 meters only. And when tiger, he just make sound. All jungle without sound system, vibrating. No need sound system. And you have to look for nearest toilet nearby. It's very scary, And once even tiger attacked me. Real story. His paw came just this close, like this mic. Like this. Wow. It was in Dhaka National Zoo. Anyway, so, yeah, it's true. So, as innocent I was, I went to the zoo and they have this, these bars, and there's some island for them. They're running around there. And then some kind of rivers they make for them. And one guy was swimming like this. Only head visible. And I was thinking, as smart as I was, okay, let me go inside these bars and make one photo. So nothing in between. So, and I'll tell to my friends in Russia, I have seen Bengali tiger live. And they'll say, wow to me. And those days, in 90s, those days we didn't have iPhone, iPod, iTouch. We had this all Konica cameras and Sony. This one film, I don't know, film, and put inside 35 clips, and you like this, in the mechanical one. So I put it, and I look at this inside, and I saw it's coming, zooming up, coming close and close, and I was thinking, I don't have zoom in my mobile and my camera. How come it's zooming close? And then I, for the friction of the second, and I was just jump like that. And devotees, luckily, they pulled me back, and from this, bar, I came out like, wow. Whew. I was sweating. I was thinking that was close. So similarly, the Durga Devi, she is riding the tiger, and this is a personification of death. Dhruvam Mrityur. So this is a death personified. And it comes. Padam padam yad vipadam natisham. So many slips between cup and lips. And the most surprising thing in this world, the most surprising thing, is that all of us, we are sitting here and we are thinking that we are not going to die tomorrow or even today. Do you think that you're going to die today? Of course not. Huh? I hope not, but luckily at least you have a hope. Some people convinced that I'm not going to die. When Yudhishthira Maharaj was asked by Yaksha in Mahabharata, Yaksha Parva. So he's asked him, that story when Pandavas, they want to drink water and they drank and died and like that. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj came and said, voice told him, don't drink water, otherwise you also will die. First you have to answer my questions. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj, Dharmaraj, he said, all right, ask your questions. And he asked him many, many questions, I believe 125 questions. He asked him, and that time he didn't have ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, Google, nothing. Whatever you're supposed to know, you have to answer like that, shooting from the hip, and you have 10 seconds to answer. Question, answer, question, like that, without preparation even. Shooting from the hip, that's preparation. Practice makes man perfect, because when death will come, that time we will not have time. Let me think what I should remember. No time. One Mataji was telling me in Canberra just today. She was driving the car and calling husband, I'm coming, and husband cooking for her some preparation, some boiling momo, cooking like this, some preparation, and she said, I'm coming, and the next second she put the drop phone and some huge car smashed her, and her car became like accordion, like this. And amazingly enough, she told me, at that moment I didn't realize what happened. Then the car was completely smashed. And it was like, when she opened the eyes, inside the car was completely, nothing happened to her, nothing. Not even one scratch. Only a little bit, she said, only one lip started to bleed a little bit because all the airbags came out, legs, like, because of that airbag, some little bit scratch was here. Otherwise, she was safe. And in front of her eyes was Nrsimhadev. And Nrsimhadev, she didn't even glue him. She used to just simply keep it like this. She never glue him by some glue or some screw. No, she was just keeping him. And all car was smashed. And this guy didn't even move left and right, didn't fall down. He just was standing like that. And she was remembering. But she said, I started to analyze, what did I remember? I remembered, this momo preparation. If I would die now, I'll become momo. Momo, they have this kind of preparation. Because husband just called me, I'm cooking for you, momo, okay. And then she just took mobile telephone and said, I have situation here, I have accident. And husband laughed, come on, and dropped the phone. Don't joke. Because husband didn't take it seriously, because he couldn't believe, as he told me later on. I could be, just now, 2 seconds ago, she called me, happily laughing. Now she's saying I have major accident and stuff. I just said he's joking. Maybe she's always bumping the car, scratching something. Maybe another scratch, have something. Okay, come, I'm waiting for you, boom. And then somebody else called, police called it, your wife was in trouble. Really? Then only he took it seriously. So many slips between cup and lips. Any moment. And that's why when Yaksha he asked Yudhishthira Maharaj many questions, such as, what is news? What is the news in this world? What would you answer? If I'll ask you, what is the greatest news of this world? What will be your answer? Huh? Wrong answer. So he said, no. Wrong answer. So, yeah. Yes, news. Mr. Trump and Putin. Wrong answer. Because that stuff is also temporary. It will fade away. Very soon you will see. Where are those Hitlers, where are those Egyptian and Roman empires, Marcus Aurelius and Hitlers, and where are they now? List of names only. In oblivion of history. Nobody even knows them. Where are they now? Yet another case. Few more years and generations even forget their names even now. So, but what's most surprising thing, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he answered immediately. No, what is the news? What is the news, he answered. The news is that we are all frying in the pan. Our life is like frying pan, And all of us, we are fried in the pan on Friday. Frying pan, and time is a cook. Time is a cook, chef. And the fuel is a day and night. Fuel. Cooking us. You see? And we are like pakoras. And when you completely fry, after 10 years being in Australia, completely fried, you think, oh no. I spoke with many Indians, or many Nepalis. They thought that this is kind of heaven there. But then when they drive in the car, forgot to put the belt, penalty, camera, $500 penalty. And then you forgot, you took some mobile telephone in the hand, $500. Oh, what is this? It's like, trap. So much. And one person in Singapore, he told me, whenever you go, some sound comes, detecting money from them. I said, whenever we're driving, there's some machine, you after 500 meters, you're passing through some gate, automatically they taking money from you, from your bank account, automatically. I don't want, who cares? Ping. So he said, life becomes so, we're trapped in this life, that very soon they'll put some counter here in the nose. You breathe in, breathe in, $1, breathe out, 50 cents. Like that. People want to use everything in this world for their own sense enjoyment. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yat indriya prithaya aprinoti. Nasadhumanni yato atmanoyam klishan api klishada ashadeha. Yat indriya prithaya aprinoti. Everybody living in this life for the pleasure of their senses. And this is madness. One guy came to the hospital and the doctor asked him, who are you? And this guy say, I'm Jesus Christ. And doctor asked him, who told you? God. And from another room, somebody said, no, I never told him. And what doctor supposed to do now? Crazy. Prakrishta rupina mattaha. Mattaha means crazy, madness. That's why once Srila Prabhupada, he met with some mother of Gargamuni Brahmananda. So they came and said, my sons are crazy. My sons are crazy. I want to talk to you. And Prabhupada was going to give class, Bhagavatam class. And he said, that's all right. I have to give class now. We'll talk later. And Prabhupada went and sit down on Vyasasana. And the mother of Gargamuni Brahmananda, Gargamuni Prabhu told me this personally. And she sat in the chair and waiting. Because everybody sat down for the class, she also sit down behind on the chair. And Prabhupada was gorgeously, Prime Minister of Galaxy. He said, today we are going to speak about who is crazy. And he gave class not only for our mother, he gave class for all mothers all over the world. Who is crazy? They are saying we are crazy and we are saying they are crazy. Who is crazy? And crazy means somebody who lost the sense of identity. It's called schizophrenia. You know schizophrenia? Identity crisis. Memory loss. Amnesia. We forgot who are we. This body will die and we will born, but we have nothing to do with this body. We are spiritual souls. Ajo nityam shashvatayam purano nahanyati hanyamane sharire. And people so much afraid to lose this body. Bhaya dviti abhiniveshatasya viparyo smritihi. Because fear comes when we forget God. When there is no sun, Krishna Surya Saman, Maya andhakar, kaha Krishna taha mayar nahi adhikar. So such a thing as a darkness doesn't exist. Because there is no sun, there is darkness. And even sun would like to know, what is this darkness? The moment sun would like to come, there is no more darkness. Because whenever sun comes, there is no darkness. So whenever God, whenever is knowledge, there is no ignorance. That's why Krishna says to Arjuna, Arjuna tesham evanukam partham aham ajnanajam tamaha nasayam atma bhavachto jnana dipena bhashvataha. You have to have torchlight of knowledge. And when you have torchlight of knowledge, no more fear. Because you know exactly what is what. So he asked him question, what is the news? Time is a cook, fuel day and night. You know, we are frying, and as soon as we are completely fried, next, Dhruva said, Mrityu. So again we die, and again somebody else, new party comes. And he said, what's the most surprising thing? The most surprising, he said, Ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti yama mandiram shesha sthavaram icchanti kimascharjahatah param. We can see that every day millions and millions of living entities dying. Literally, like mosquitoes, dying. Do you know that? That in Ukraine, thousands of people every day dying. And in Russia also. But we don't feel it. It's okay. Nice, cool. We have everything. Super. We don't even feel anything. Because like if a bunch of mosquitoes died every day, we don't feel any pain because it's nothing to do with us. Similarly, as a bunch of mosquitoes, suppose some 100 people died, all world will not even notice even. So that's why millions of living entities are dying, going to the abode of Yamaraja. Ahani ahani gacchanti yama mandiram Yamaraj. But those who are staying back, they're thinking, I'm not going to die. Shesha stavaram vichanti. Those who stavaram, those who are remaining, they're thinking, I will never die. At least not now, because I have so many things to do. I have some marriage, I have 5 years visa more. I have so many money to make and I have to pay to my parents and make my house. Yatha griha kshetra sutapta vitarjanasya moho yamaham mameti. So many plans. And if you want to make God laugh, tell him about your plans. Then you'll make him laugh. So that's why when this king coming back, you know, we have to be very, very cautious that we can die any moment. Then we'll become very serious to pray. So this king asked his third wife, can you take me to crematorium? Go with me to heaven. And she said, no, I can take you only to crematorium. From that, bye. I have another things to do. When somebody dies, they'll put your photo maybe, maximum. And for some time, I've seen in India, they're putting some photo of the father and put some plastic garland and forgetting about that. Nobody even looking after 1 year. So then the fourth wife came and said, my dear husband, I will go with you. No need to ask me, I will go, I am your wife. Really? But I didn't take care of you at all. And you still will go? Yes, I'm your chaste wife. I will go with you. In fact, you have to teach girls from childhood and boys only 2 things. Only 2 things. Boys should study only 2 things and girls should know only 2 things. If they're expert in these 2 things, life will be very peaceful. Write it down. No need engineering, IIT, computer, management and no need. 2 things. You know what 2 things girls should know from childhood? To be happy? Proved by time. Prabhupada said also that. They should know and should be trained how to be chaste to their husbands. Chastity, this is a skill. This is a quality. This is a moral software inside. It's a state of consciousness. Atmavan manyate jagat. Girl should be chaste and she should know how to cook super pooper food. That's all. To keep husbands Barbar keep it happy. And husband should know how to control the senses. Not look left and right, but to control yourself. And how to make money according to your qualities. Depends, whoever you are, you should know how to make money. If you have enough money and you know how to control your senses, control yourself, then everybody will be happy. Prabhupada said, use what you can produce, produce what you need. Use what you can produce, produce what you need. Sufficient for people's need, not sufficient for people's greed. But because Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Trividhim Narakasidam Dvaramatmanam Nashanam, Kama, Krodhas, Tadha, Lobhas. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, greed, lust and anger, 3 doors leading to hell. That's why control yourself. So that's why I was telling, I will finish with one story and conclude that king story. It was one man, he came with a child, his son, to the shopping complex in Brisbane. And he came with a small child, and this child fell down on the ground and started to scream, I want that toy, I want that toy, you have to buy for me this toy, I want that toy. And father said, Peter, control yourself, Peter. This child became silent. Then after a few minutes again, this child again fell down on the ground. I want that toy, you buy me the... Shut up, control yourself, Peter. Again this boy became scared, again became quiet. And again he started to scream again after a few minutes. I want that toy, screaming. It's so embarrassing for the parents, you know. Control yourself, Peter. Again this child became quiet. So 5, 10 times like this happening. When they came to the cashier, you know, this like counter to pay their bills, the cashier said, you know, I'm looking after you, you know, since long time. I never saw such a tolerant father. You can control your son Peter so nicely. And this man said, who Peter? He's a John, I am Peter. Control yourself, Peter. Control yourself. So we have to know how to control ourselves, because life is very provocating to us, very often. So we have to know how to control. So this 4th wife, she says, I will go with you, my dear husband. I'm your chaste wife. I will go with you. And he said, really? I never pay attention to you much. How come you're so chaste? Yes, I am your chaste wife. I will go with you. And king said, if only I knew from very beginning that at the moment of death, you are so loyal and chaste to me, I would invest everything to you only. Not these rascals, 3 wives. And she went with him. So every living entity in this world married with 4 wives. Every one of us. You know? Who is the first wife? This body. This wife who will leave us. First one, unreliable. The moment you will die, first thing you have to leave this body. It will not help you. If any one of you have a little bit near-death experience or OBE or out-of-body experience, you can see your body. I have experience. When you go, you can see yourself. You just everything clear, everything, but you can see your body. You can just again. You can go inside. Again, like bag of stones. You know, very difficult. But when you're out, OBE experience is called. So then, first wife will leave us. Boom, straight away. Second wife is bank balance, money, ATM card, old-time Maya, ATM, money. And our money, which we collected all life after our death, will remarried with somebody else. Third one, relatives. They maximum can take us to crematorium. They can only till that. After that, bye. So like that. But fourth wife is Krishna, Paramatma. Sukhridam sarva bhutanam gyatvam shantim richati. Krishna is always in our heart. He will be always till every life and death. He will be always by our side. But we don't have much time to spend time with him. That's why message of Bhagavad-gita is Krishna tells to Arjuna, Arjuna, be attached to me. Maya sakta maya partha mayam hyunjan madashrayah sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarvapapibhyo mokshayishami mashujaha. I will deliver you. Don't worry. And that's why if you have faith in that, then you'll be very happy. Susukham kartum avyayam. Even in the battlefield. That's why don't worry. In this shloka he says, there is no point of being worried. Don't worry. You know that song? Don't worry, be happy. You have heard this song? Very nice. Life is full of trouble. If you worry, you'll make it double. Don't worry, be happy. So there's exactly the same message Krishna giving to Arjuna. Arjuna, don't worry, be happy. What? Now war going to start. Don't worry. Susukham kartuma, be happy. What are you talking? It's a war. And be happy. What kind of knowledge you have to have here is that even in the midst of greatest danger, Swalpat asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat, in the great danger, you can still remain happy. That's knowledge we have. And if you have that knowledge, there's nothing to worry about. You, jiva marova, you can die, you can live, doesn't matter, because we know we are all tourist passengers here. We came empty-handed and we will go empty-handed. Only question remains, where are we going? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grantha Srimad Bhagavad-gita ki jai. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If somebody would like to ask questions, afterwards you can come, because I don't think we have time, no? Actually, we have time. 24 hours we have time. And especially here, if not here, then where? Such a place, peaceful place, New Govardhana. There's nowhere to run, no office, nothing much happening here. There's only thing, swadu swadu pade pade, to discuss these topics about Krishna and chant holy name. With holy people, in a holy day, in a holy place. To chant holy name with holy people, in a holy place, in a holy day. Best. Thank you. Or do you think we should take some questions? What's the program you have, evening time? Arati. Oh, we have still 7 minutes, huh? Now, huh? Okay. So, all right, maybe we can have some question. We can just take one question. Tasmat gurum prapadyata jigya sushreya uttamam. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. You were speaking how we're never satisfied in this material world, you know, all these things keep coming and then hot, you want cold, this, that. But then, even in spiritual life, how come that we just drag our heels, even coming to Krishna consciousness, and we're just like somehow satisfied with our realization in Krishna consciousness, and like, oh, this is okay, but then the dissatisfaction in material world is still there.
Mm-hmm. See, even in spiritual life, there are different categories of happiness. When you're coming for the first time, like I believe Israel you came, right, for the first time. For you maybe some few things here, wow, like this guy's hairstyle, this alien dress, you know, like bed sheets, you know, like it's not like common like everywhere. It may be some kind of element of surprises. Wow, it's like makes you people, and especially when people, you know, I remember when people I had one of my friend, he had long hair, he was a rock musician. And the moment he first time shaved himself, wow, liberation, he was feeling so amazing, you know, because such a heavy weight was there. And that was a symptom of beauty. Lavanya kesha dharanam. Consider that long hair for the man is a symbol of beauty. But when he shaved himself, wow, no need to spend shampoo so much. I can go to the shopping complex and just keep him. One guy was telling, when I'm shaved, I'm going to shopping complex, take some shampoo. No need to buy. And you can save money. So, first impression, wow, happiness. And when you're practicing for some few months, everything became boring again. Oh, same thing, same sari, same dhoti, same hairstyle. And that kind of happiness, originally dopamine happiness, will become boring for you after some time. If you will not jump to the next chapter of happiness, this first-hand happiness will end for some time. Really, like dopamine. Why people dragging their hips? You have. So dopamine comes in our blood when you're getting new things. Mobile telephone, iPhone, iPod, iTouch, car, house. And to keep getting that dopamine, you have to keep getting new things. The moment you stop getting things, you become frustrated. That's why people workaholics. They're working because they want to get things. Just to keep dopamine charged. So next one is dopamine endorphin. Endorphin comes when you're working very hard. www.com. Want.com. But you have to work.com. Worry.com. And then weep.com. Working, and when people working for 12, 15 hours, feels good because you did so much. Like gym, paining everything. But this is special adrenaline comes. It's called endorphin, and it's also temporary. After some times again. Third one, actually, this is serotonin. Serotonin comes when you doing something for others selflessly, like Mother Teresa. Like selflessly, you helping, charity, helping. That high level of happiness. When people already have everything, like in Australia, they have money, they have house, they already have enough. So let's do charity, altruism, helping others. They are more satisfied. I've been all over the world. I've noticed people in Australia very cool, no tension, no pension. I just came from Canberra. No heavy, busy life, people happy, working 3-4 days a week. Then they're family oriented, no tension at all. You go to Nepal, go to India, busy, making money, very intense. But when people have sufficient on the level, physical level, they start to do something, charity. And that gives more pleasure. And that pleasure stays for a long time. But the highest pleasure is from making relationships. And that brings oxytocin. Drug, it's physical, I'm telling you, physical reactions, even on physical level, happiness. When you're making relationships solid, like love, like happiness, like friendship, that gives that ejection, that kind of feeling of friendship and love makes you comes to the blood oxytocin. When lady delivering the baby, scientific fact, when she delivering the baby, great pain and suffering, but she gets boost of oxytocin, and she feels like, wow, my baby. She's so in ecstasy by seeing connection with her baby that she forgets about the pain. That oxytocin, mother carrying his baby in her baby in the womb for 9 months and in the heart for the rest of her life. That oxytocin. So what to speak about making a relationship with Krishna? It's such an intoxication. Gunakathamrita pana matha. Pana means intoxication. You become, when you have a relationship with God, which is called yoga. Not hatha yoga, not jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. It makes connection. Huge means connection, huge. Yoga. So that connection releases such a heavy chemical, even materially, oxytocin, from making relationships with others. So in the beginning, something new, happiness. Then second level of happiness should come from the process. You should be enjoying the process what you are doing. It's called abhideya. Sambandha abhideya. You have to find yourself in the service, right? And you have to have satisfaction from doing what you are doing. Then you can and third one, from the connection. You start to have some result. You can see Krishna, you can talk to Krishna already. That high level. But that third level of happiness, you have to come to that platform. Otherwise you'll also slip down. So happiness of different levels is there. First is the new people, those who are coming. Wow, accordion, woo, so nice people, cool, yoga classes, very nice weather here. That's kind of happiness, initial. Secondary, if you go even deeper, you can get happiness from the process. And the third one, happiness, higher, much higher happiness from the result of this process. Sambandha. So it depends what kind of happiness you want to experience. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we have to stop here. Hare Krishna. See you again. We will be here. And a few things also to share with you. Hare Krishna. In fact, if I don't know, we got one book about, this is one book called Hold, Home of Love and Devotion. I wrote one book, Home of Love, One Family, Orchestra of Symphony of Love and Compassion, how to create this happy family, community and stuff. We'll discuss that maybe later on. Secrets of successful relationships, of oxytocin relationships. Hare Krishna. Understandable.
And very relatable as well.
But practical.
I asked. But it all just happened with the Big Bang. There's someone, a very intelligent person, orchestrating all of the...
Yeah, his name starts with K. It's an A.
I hear he's incredible.
Thank you.